Hi guys, JT here. Today I'm bringing you some information on the Green Men Gaming Bundle Build, Rule, Conquer Bundle of March 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have Railway Empire Complete Collection. A game you might not expect to enjoy, especially if you're a fan of the tycoon genre. Published by Calypso, known for their Tropico series, this railroad tycoon simulator pleasantly surprises. Railway Empire's premise is simple but engaging. Unlike SimCity, the cities are already on the map, and your main objective is to connect them via railroads to rural outposts, factories, and lumberyards. Establishing an empire is not too challenging, since most cities allow only 2 stations, making it a race to build first. The AI is not very competitive, so you can buy them out if necessary. Strategic planning is crucial. Starting with large stations in isolated cities is a poor strategy. Evaluate your surroundings before investing in extensive rail networks. The game boasts impressive visuals with good frame rate, even with numerous trains and tracks, making route scouting easy on the eyes. The gameplay is straightforward, thanks to a well-designed UI and simple controls. Connecting stations and creating lines is intuitive, leading to a satisfying economic growth as your trains run smoothly. The soundtrack stands out with excellent songs, fitting the late 19th and early 20th century setting, enhancing the immersive experience. The voice acting is surprisingly good for a tycoon game, adding to the charm. The main simulation mode offers a solid challenge, but sandbox mode is where you can unleash your creativity without budget constraints. It is perfect for younger players, although seeking a relaxed experience. Railway Empire may not be for everyone, but it provides an easy-to-learn, enjoyable railway tycoon experience. Whether you seek a challenging simulation or a laid-back sandbox game, it is a delightful way to build railroads without the hassle of physical models. This bundle also includes multiple DLCs, introducing new scenarios, maps, and engines, making this the most comprehensive Railway Empire experience. This collection includes the base game with all major DLCs, France, Mexico, Germany, Down Under, the Great Lakes, Northern Europe, Crossing the Andes, and Great Britain and Ireland. Additionally, it features all regional soundtracks, unique city buildings, and characters, providing the ultimate experience for railway management enthusiasts. However, note that this collection does not include the Japan DLC. And number 2 we have Pharaoh, A New Era. A full remake of the beloved 1999 city builder set in ancient Egypt. You take charge of shaping thriving desert metropolises along the Nile, managing everything from housing and trade to religion and monument construction. It's a game about balance, about the gods, the flood, and the needs of your ever-demanding citizens. And it remains one of the most charmingly intricate builders ever made. The remake modernizes this classic without losing its soul. The crisp redrawn visuals, rebuilt soundtrack, and smoother interface makes your city shine brighter than the pyramids themselves. Copy-pasting buildings, streamlined menus, and a new global worker pool system replace the clunky micromanagement of old, allowing you to focus on planning elegant districts and efficient supply chains. Watching your water carriers, jugglers, and priests bring life to your city never gets old. What truly makes Pharaoh unique is the rhythm of the Nile. You plan farms on its floodplain, race to harvest before the waters rise, and rely on a Nilometer's forecast to prepare for lean years. Each season feels alive, an ebb and flow of ancient prosperity and panic. Sure, A New Era lacks the complexity of modern city builders, and its roots in the late 90s occasionally show. But, as a lovingly restored classic, it's a triumph. Whether you're returning to Etria or exploring Egypt for the first time, this Pharaoh still reigns supreme. And number 3 we have Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Daemonhunters, a turn-based tactics game based around the Warhammer 40k universe. You take on the role of a Grey Knight, a powerful warrior who must fight against the forces of chaos. Your objective is to stop the demonic bloom that has been unleashed by the chaos god Nurgle. To achieve victory, you must carefully plan and execute your moves within the game's turn-based tactics system. As you engage in epic battles against the forces of chaos, the isometric battles create a sense of intensity and drama. One of the unique features of Chaos Gate Daemonhunters is the game's progression system, which prevents manual save reloading. This forces you to embrace the consequences of your action, adding an element of tension and risks to every battle. When you complete a mission, the bloom on that planet will be halted for a time, but be aware that lighting a planet faster will make subsequent missions more challenging. As you progress through the game, you must choose where to deploy your efforts and prioritize your battles to achieve success. The game encourages you to not only attack enemies head-on with your tough knights, but also to get up close and personal with your misshapen quarry. The combat system puts as much weight on devastating melee attacks as it does on ranged potshots from afar. The Grey Knights are a resilient force, recovering in another 3 turns with half their original HP intact if they fall in battle. Each Grey Knight has their own level of resilience, which dictates how many critical wounds they can sustain before it's too late. Even if you're not familiar with the Warhammer's lore, Chaos Gate Daemonhunters is a compelling game. It has gameplay reminiscent of XCOM, but with a unique twist. The foes in the game are challenging, and Chaos Gate Daemonhunters leans hard on the first word of its subtitle, Chaos. With missions spread out across all your doomed star system, you cannot be everywhere at once, and planets will inevitably start slipping through the cracks. The game requires you to embrace the consequences of your action and roll with it, making it a thrilling strategy epic that is not for the faint of heart. At number 4 we have Knights of the Crusades. A unique blend of real-time strategy, city building, and sandbox gameplay that transports you to the era of the First Crusade. You begin your journey as a humble knight or a blackguard mercenary, eventually rising to become the founding father of a world-spanning holy order. By capturing hamlets, managing a complex economy, and navigating the religious tensions of the Holy Land, you shape the fate of Christendom through war, faith, and diplomacy. The experience sits in a niche halfway between the grand strategy of Crusader Kings and the tactical scale of Total War. You'll find yourself transitioning seamlessly from a massive world map, stretching from Spain to Eastern Europe, into intense RTS battles and city management. While you defend massive cities and participate in historical events like the Reconquista, you must manage survival elements, such as wood and food usage, affected by shifting seasons. However, you should be prepared for some technical jank. Many players report frequent crashes, particularly during transitions between map modes or after large battles. While the RTS combat currently feels basic and the UI can be opaque regarding unit leveling, the game offers deep immersion through narrated historical footnotes and a piety-driven resource system. If you enjoy the Kingdom Wars series or seek a dedicated medieval military simulator, this title provides a strong foundation. You're getting an ambitious indie project that prioritizes historical atmosphere and addictive sandbox loops over AAA polish, making it a worthwhile conquest for fans of the genre. At number 5 we have Empires of the Undergrowth, a unique real-time strategy game that casts you as the architect of an ant colony. Unlike traditional military RTS titles, this experience feels deeply informed by nature, blending base building with survival as you manage a growing swarm of insects. You begin by excavating a subterranean nest, carefully planning tunnels and chambers to store food and house your developing brood. The game strikes a balance between being approachable and challenging, often compared to a mix of Sim Ant and Dungeon Keeper. The core of your experience is the Formicarium campaign, where you oversee a colony of gene thief ants under the observation of a pair of scientists. These scientists serve as both narrators and antagonists, subjecting your colony to increasingly difficult experiments. To survive, you must venture above ground to harvest resources and battle fearsome predators like spiders and beetles. You'll find that pheromone-based controls allow you to manage your swarm without the exhausting micromanagement found in other strategy games. As you progress, you unlock new species, from wood ants to leaf cutters, each offering distinct tactical advantages. You must adapt to dynamic environments, including day-night cycles and rising tides that force you to think like a collective. With its impressive scale, fantastic adaptive soundtrack, and atmospheric nature documentary-style narration, the game offers a polished, addictive loop. You'll find it difficult to tear yourself away as you evolve your tiny empire to conquer the terrifying world of the Undergrowth. And number 6 we have Mechabellum, an impeccably designed strategy auto-battler that pits your tactical wit against a relentless opponent. You start by deploying squads of stompy robots in a relatively small arena, then watch as they clash without further intervention. It feels like the result of a steamy night involving StarCraft, Armored Core, and chess, demanding you master a deeply complex and satisfying tactics system that prioritizes decision-making over high actions per minute. The core loop involves stretching tight budgets to balance reactive counters with devastating offensives. You must identify the butterfly wings that can send tornadoes through your opponent's ranks, knowing that every unit can become another's worst nightmare. Supplies are limited. You receive more each round, but it is never enough. You might spend them on a shield dome to nullify attacks or a missile to wipe out enemy chaff. If your command structures fail, your units become slowed and vulnerable, making placement critical. Visually, the game is crunchy and rules-based, yet it refuses to settle for basic presentation. Dust clouds, searing lasers, and glorious explosions accompany every victory. The audio design belts out catastrophic requiems as mechs are scraped, lending delicious drama to your choices. Whether you're engineering a hard counter or just enjoying the vibrant mechanized motion, the game is maniacally Moorish. You'll find it to be a thoughtful, constructed bit of strategy that rewards those who can scry patterns in their foe's placement to secure a triumphant win. And that's all for this bundle. If you're looking to level up your library, the Build, Rule, Conquer bundle is a total win for strategy fans. Tier 1 is an absolute steal for Mechabellum and Empires of the Undergrowth, while the $16 top tier adds massive value with Pharaoh: A New Era and Railway Empire. Whether you're micromanaging ant colonies or dominating with Space Marines and Chaos Gate, this loot drop is S tier. Don't sleep on this quest. Grab the keys before they're gone. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.